But luckily for you, it's not just me here on the show. We have a very lovely guest today. We have Jessica Villarreal.
Hello.
That is very lucky. Yes, that is not just you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, that's fine. Hello. Thank you for having me, you guys. I'm excited
Thanks for
to be
coming.
here.
You're a host. You're a video game journalist. You work with Nintendo.
Yes.
You're Chun-Li.
Yep.
She's Chun-Li, guys. It happens. But guys, she's not the only pretty face here. We've got Lasercorn also on the ranks.
Hey.
Pretty or creepy? I am Lasercorn, and my face is... The adjective you would use is debatable.
Yeah.
I guess. We've also got Sohinki over here.
I think I would go with pretty creepy.
Pretty
There's a
creepy.
combination of the,
Excellent
the
word.
two there.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Sohinki, and we're going to be talking about the games that we really want to see that we've been promised, but haven't come out yet. And where the f is Half-Life 3?
Where is it?
That's what I want
This
to
is
know.
easily the most frustrating topic we might ever talk about here on Gamer Nation.
And the last member of our little team, the only machine evil enough to bring you Ian and Anthony, the Smosh Bots.
I have robot dreams where you assholes are just piles of corpse on the side of the road.
And as you just talked about, Half-Life 3, like this is a game we've been wanting for years.
Yeah.
And they won't. There was like the rumor at Tokyo
keep
Game Show, like,
hinting
oh,
at
they're
it.
going to announce it,
Yeah.
and then they didn't.
Gabe keeps making these sly remarks about Half-Life 3, about when it's coming.
Yeah.
He did that like shark diving trip. He's like, well, if I get eaten by the sharks, then Half-Life 3 will never come. And I was like, Gabe, you son of a bitch. I need that game.
He's teasing us, yeah, and like there was the Game Informer cover too, where everyone's like, oh, they're withholding the cover, they're not showing it online because it's gonna be some big announcement.
Yeah.
And then it was some game, I don't even remember what, but it wasn't Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
angering.
It was that memorable that now, a month later, we don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone is very excited and impatient about Half-Life 3, but I have no doubt in my mind that once it does come out, Valve will not let us down.
How about you, Jessica? Out of all the games that people have promised
Oh
us,
my goodness.
what's on your wish list?
The Last Guardian.
Yeah?
The Last Guardian, yes,
thing?
by Team Eco, huh?
I have no clue what
Yes,
that is.
the sequel
Oh,
to
yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus and
And Eco,
yes.
yes.
Is it a sequel or is it a prequel?
Well, if anything, they said it's. I don't know how closely related Eco and Shadow of the Colossus are.
Shadow of the Colossus is a prequel to Eco.
Yeah.
Is it now?
Yes, because
Okay.
at the very end you see there's
the
a
rebirth.
Yeah, there's a
That's
horned
right.
baby, and that's the main character.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
all
So
connected.
I'm not quite sure where The Last Guardian takes place in the franchise, but it was announced in 2009.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, and we haven't seen anything since that original teaser trailer at E3, and now it's just
I remember that, yeah.
the designer and the director has left Team Eco, but Sony still claims that the game is in production still. But
Right.
again,
Well,
we've seen nothing.
One of the scary things about this topic is that, like, when someone says, oh, this game's coming, and then it gets postponed, and then it just doesn't come out for a few years, like, oh, we're just making it perfect. Normally you get so many pushes, then the game just becomes shit.
It becomes a Duke
Yeah.
Nukem.
It becomes Duke
The
Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
Right.
A big Dookie Nukem.
The biggest cock tease in all of the video game history has been when they were announcing the PlayStation 3. They're like, hey guys, you wonder what these graphics can really do? Here's what Final Fantasy VII would look like on the PlayStation 3.
Yet there is no Final Fantasy VII HD remake still
At all.
to this day.
And it's
Yeah.
like, this is the one thing, like, you want to sell 100 million PlayStation 3s, release Final Fantasy VII on it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
It's
Yeah,
the best Final Fantasy game.
You know what I
Next
want
to
to
say.
see?
Debatable. People do say 6. People say 8. I do say 7, but I've had.
I'm
Who are these people that say 6? Let me know so I can
And
find
that's
heard
going to be
them.
another episode of Gamer Nation.
I'm one of the outliers. I say tactics. XCOM just came out, and it's great. The game plays really well, and I'd like to see an updated version of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of games that need to be rebooted, maybe we'll save that for next week.
Right. But speaking of Final Fantasy, another Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Ooh.
Yes,
Like, nothing
that's a
on
good
that.
one.
Yeah, no one's
it's
talked about
the
that either.
darkest, most coolest looking.
Yeah.
That sentence didn't make sense, but it's the most awesome looking Final Fantasy
No, it
game
does
I've
look
seen
like
in
a
a
very
while.
dark, kind of edgier
And after
version of-
13 was so cartoony and like the writing was so over the top, just silly and childish, I
Right.
really wanted that much darker game.
Yeah, I think that's
And-
what everyone loved about Final
yeah.
Fantasy VII was it was
Yeah.
so just
Evil corporations
yeah.
trying to take over
and
Shinra.
Sephiroth,
Yeah.
Sephiroth
It's very
the
cold.
Trying to summon
bastard.
meteors. The game I really wish would come out that I feel like we are owed, I don't know if it was promised to us, but there was leaked footage of it, is of course, and we talked about this in other videos, Battlefront 3.
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront 3. 2 was so good. You could be Boba Fett, you could be Jedis in the middle of these awesome, massive battles, and it was different from all the other third-person shooters because there were so many NPCs, or like bots being generated, that it really made you feel like you were in a real Star Wars battle. And then we got 1 and 2. We got excited when we saw the leaked alpha footage, and then nothing after that. What the hell?
That's
I
not
don't
cool,
know.
guys.
I agree. And I think that some games like play on that now, like you had Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, which a lot of people didn't like, but the multiplayer I thought was actually really fun, and that element of a bunch of NPCs running around creating more havoc is definitely something that adds to multiplayer experience. But guys, there's someone else that probably has an opinion on this. I think that we need to go to Ian and Anthony via the Smosh Bot.
Oh, wow, finally. Thanks for finally cutting over to us. You guys talk way too much.
Yeah, pretty much fell asleep. I don't know, games have been promised to us that haven't been released yet. I don't know. Everything that I've wanted to play has been out, so I guess I'm lucky.
Every single game that you've wanted.
Every single game that I actually care about, I know.
So you have nothing to look forward to?
Nothing at all.
I think you are forgetting about the classic game for Atari, Custer's Revenge.
Oh man, yeah, I totally want a sequel for that.
They need to make a sequel for that. I want to know what happens next.
I want to know what happens to Custer. I want to know what happens to the Native American that he brutally violates.
I just really want to know what happens next. Does he get slapped? Does he get killed? I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it.
Some extremely racist person with no taste in games,
no
dignity, or really any sort of goodness in their heart, make that game.
Well, there's Ian and Anthony for you. Makes sense.
Does that really qualify as wisdom?
Video game, jibber jabber. You know what? Gamer Nation just wouldn't be complete with a fun game. So what we're gonna do here is we have Jess V. We got to take advantage of this here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a lightning round.
Choice of words.
Maybe not the best choice of words. So we're gonna do a lightning round with video games. So we're gonna have Lasercorn and Sohinki like shoot you over all these different video game titles, and then you're gonna say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
This should be interesting.
You ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Modern Warfare.
Overrated.
Day of the Tentacle.
Sounds like porn.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Sounds adorable.
Mist.
Sounds like a hygienic problem.
Bioshock.
Great game.
Crash Bandicoot.
Never played it.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 2.
Nothing says final like Final Fantasy 2.
Wasn't one word, but okay.
Oh, that's not one word. I thought it was the first thing that came to your mind.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's the first thing. Counter-Strike.
I love Valve.
Nice.
World of Warcraft.
Oh my gosh.
Pandas.
Addictive?
Oh wait.
What?
Not me.
Pandas.
All right. Joven, you cheated by sending the game.
I think that's it.
Thanks.
Good job.
I think that was pretty
Good, yeah.
That was impressive.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My computer brain cannot comprehend how Joven can f everything up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have this week here on Gamer Nation. From all of us, from Smosh Games, including Smosh Bot and Ian and Anthony, we thank you so much for tuning in every single week. Guys, you all rock. We'll catch you next time. See ya.